Hello tacticians, it's Nox here, and Shadow's Sun has arrived. Now, I'm not doing too badly at the moment. You can see my entire roster on the right there. And personally, I've been concentrating at the moment of just maxing out the first couple of battles. Now, I will get into what teams I have been using so you can compare them to your own, but here you can see I've managed to get to Battle 4, nearly complete, only have the large targets left to do. On the beta, I have, again, Battle 4 with only the full Astra Militarum lineup to do, and on Gamma, yep, here we go, Battle 4, and this time with the no piercing and full ranged lineup left to do, although I have also got those still on Battle 3 as well. Also, annoyingly, don't do what I do and summon in the beta line, because then you'll get these two rather annoying ones going, you haven't done me yet. I'll get back to them when I need the points soon, hopefully soon. So far I've got to 110 out of the 150 unlocked, so I'm well on the way to actually unlocking Shadow Sun, which I'm really happy about. As I said in my previous video, I'm really looking forward to using this character. I think this character has got amazing promise in the live PvP tournaments, also the arena, and maybe against the guild raids, although that is yet to be seen. I really do need to unlock her and actually see how she does. Okay, so looking at Alpha, there's 3 teams you can take. You can actually do it in 2 as long as you have Ornn Shi to a high level, but we'll get to that in a second. So the first one is your big guys. You don't have much of a choice here. It's basically these 5, and I think Morvenn Vahl fits in here, which I don't have her. So for me, it's these 5 guys, and they will tick off your large target and not a psyker. So do as well as you can with those. For the other 3, where you are looking at full melee, power damage, and a minimum of 4 hits, you can break it into 2. But as I said, if you have the following 3 characters, Ornn Shi, Angrax, and Rotbone, at a high level, it's possible to actually get the full melee, full power, and minimum number of hits with just those 3 toons. I've managed to get to Battle 4 using those 3, but I reckon from Battle 5 onwards probably have to include some of the others and break it down into 3. But hey, by all means, try it. And these are the ones I'm using. So I have got Ornn Shi, he's up to Silver 2. Everyone should have Angrax, and I believe everyone gets Rotbone as well. And you've got a choice of others. Ulf, he's a recent addition, hopefully most of you will have him. And then you've got the other Nurgle dude who I can never remember the name of. He's the one with the flail. He goes in there as well. Or you can actually put in, instead of Ornn Shi or any of the others you may not have, you can put in those 2 Black Templar, which I think is Ancient Thorried and Godswell. And they will be able to replace them and fill in the blanks quite nicely. Again, assuming you've got them leveled up. Which leaves us with, if you are doing it in 3 hits, the minimum of 4 hits. Now, quite a few of these, Bellator, Harkon, Angrax, everyone will have. If you're a longer player, you will probably have Rayvas. He is a staple in the live PvP, and hopefully you will also have Volk, and that will fill out that alpha path very nicely. Now, you may see at the very top, I've got a lovely little picture of Isabella there, looking over them all. The reason for this is, if you cannot do any of these, you can chuck in Isabella with any non-psyker, and even if you've got melee units only, both of those, to be able to basically cover off 2 of the items, which is 40 points for the no psyker and another 60 points for the full melee, to gain points. Now, just by using that setup with a bunch of melee units with Isabella, I reckon I'm going to be able to push up to maybe 9. I might even try number 10. I don't know, but my gut feeling is, with experience with the previous legendaries, that's where I'll be able to get to with her, purely because of that passive healing that she gives on every single hit. I'm hoping I'll be able to do the same here and get that score as high as possible. Now, for the beta, there is the Imperial Guard lineup. I'm sorry, you've either got them or you haven't. If you haven't, this is the lineup I'd be looking at. Rayvas, Makatep, Aleph Null, Golgorts and Snaparaka. They will tick off all of the requirements, apart from, obviously, the Astra Militarum. And they're actually fairly common characters to have. Aleph Null, Rayvas, absolutely fantastic. Megatep, well, I think everyone could probably do with putting a bit of effort into him. And the 2 orcs you would have needed to gear up to do well in the orc campaign. So it's actually a really good lineup. And again, we've got Isabella there looking over everyone, because again, with her, you will be able to tick off the no summons and no piercing line, which is a total of 115 points with basically any troops, which obviously aren't piercing, and as long as you don't summon, for each battle. And again, I'm imagining I'll be able to push quite high. I'm hoping again 8 or 9. I'd love to get to 10. I think I was being a bit hopeful with Alpha, to be honest, but we'll see. I'll do a review once all this is over. Which leaves us with Gamma, and this line gives me a bit of a headache because there's so many different variations. If you have got Angrax, Volt and Abaddon levelled really high, again they can 3-man to tick off 3 of the constraints, obviously being the Black Legion, power weapons, and the minimum number of hits. You can obviously then include Harkin, and that would take you down to the minimum number of hits and Black Legion, or put in Archimatos just to do Black Legion. Then the second 2, which were the full power damage lineup and the minimum of 3 hits lineup, they were exactly the same choices when I was looking at the units I could use. And here, they're actually fairly common characters apart from the 5th. And the 5th, at least for me, when I was looking at them, had to be a legendary. I've got Abaddon, I've got Morgan Ra, and I've got Ornn She. Out of all those, it's a tough choice. I'd probably end up taking in Morgan Ra personally because I've got the additional range with him, but Abaddon is not a terrible choice here because of the additional hits he lets the Black Legion do. And finally there was the full ranged and no piercing, and again it's fairly common characters if you've been playing the game a while. Now these are just mine. I'd love to hear which teams you're using, purely so I can try and improve how I'm doing it, because these are the ones which are the highest level for me. And it's really, really good that you can actually filter when you're in the game, so you can see who's the best for you. And don't be afraid of only going for one. If that one enables you to complete the mission, that is better than failing the mission. Okay, so let's have a go at Alpha Battle 5. So I'm going to use my big guys, and that's new. There's one top and bottom, 4 around there. Oh my goodness, you can't block them off. Okay, so we're going to push for the top. I have no idea if this is right, but let's see what happens. So I'm going to surround the top one, keep all my troops together. And try and keep them contained at scarabs. Okay. So I need to kill that scarab and that. So now I have to make sure these 2 scarab swarms die. He's not going to kill him in one blow, so is there any point? Let's make sure they don't swarm out of here. Okay. So this is the one I need to kill. Yeah, and those 2 scarab swarms can't spawn again. Excellent, okay. Okay, they've got a tunneler, so I'm going to stand on that. See, now I'm really not sure. He's gonna... What's going to happen if I go on Overwatch here? Let's try and go on Overwatch. That's a lot of scarabs. Okay, we're nearly at round 6. Okay, they're not spawning new scarabs, which is good. There's another tunneler coming in, which isn't good. Because then he'll pop up here and he'll have to attack my Bulgrin instead of Volk. I could do a Firing Frenzy, but that won't really get me anywhere, will it? 2 of them, okay. Okay, so it's just this one here that can carry on spawning, so we're not doing too bad. Okay, so which one of these two? Okay, so it's just that one. Okay, I think I'm in the clear. That's a nasty one. That one is... I'm going to lose Kurt here. But that is a nasty level. I certainly... If they're all like that from now on with that many scarabs, I really don't know how many more my big target team can actually take down. But interesting level layout. Never seen them split them apart like that before. So watch out for Battle 5 in Alpha. That's a lot of scarab swarms, and in fact, as I go through, I think the first thing I'm going to be looking at is seeing if there's any scarab swarms which I need to take care of, especially if they're split apart like that. Let me know how you guys are getting on. Let me know the teams that you've thought of that are doing well for you, and don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll be seeing you, and hopefully Shadowsun, on the battlefield.